I'm going to be honest when I say this. I don't get how this works, but okay. So theoretically, we are live now, but now we got to see if this screen is going to show us the new chat. All right. So we'll see it real quick. You got two chats open, Michelle. As how we close the other one? No.
Michelle?
This is an older chat. This one can close that one. And now I got to get this chat here, which is the new chat. Let me see if it's. Let me see something. I'm curious about this. All right. Let me see if I can say. Okay, it says welcome back. Says Monica. Okay, so obviously, there you go. I see. Welcome back. Yeah, you guys see something? You said welcome back again.
Can you guys hear Michelle okay on chat? On side chat.
Yeah, okay. So basically what's going on, guys, in short, is Frontier is kind of just bullshitting around with the internet right now again and totally knocking everything off. But I think that time was the YouTube side because I don't know why the microphone would get unlinked unless there's something that YouTube is doing, playing around with the sound system. I don't know.
Michelle, I found there was a video that Forever Conscious was talking about, so I've put a link to his channel. Hope you don't mind. It's just a video.
No. He wanted to post a specific video, so he was kind of asking if he could have a wrench for a little while to do that.
Who's this?
I tried to go into YouTube Studio to do it for you, Michelle, so that you didn't have to, but my YouTube Studio's down today.
Oh, okay. Now, who's this who wants the wrench?
Forever Conscious Research Channel, just for a few minutes to drop a link.
He was supposed to be a mod anyway.
He was, but for a long time. I don't know why that changed or how it changed, but it did for a couple people.
Oh, okay. Well, let me
see if I can Megan's not a mod anymore. Forever Conscious.
All right, I'll give you a wrench. Give me back. Give me back. Give me back. Give me back. Okay, so now he's going to wrench and it's not temporary. So anyway, the point is the internet thing is this is the reason why I'm getting so vexed between this internet thing because there was no reason why you should be doing that.
Well, I think it's like Davicles said, it's low tier.
It's definitely Frontier. I could go ahead and deal with their customer service and scream at them for an hour. But the problem is like they told me, and the engineers have said the same thing. If it's not consistent, it's almost impossible to fix it. Sometimes the old link doesn't work for people.
Yeah, I was just removing it from the chat because he can do it himself now.
Yeah.
For the actual channel.
So, Michelle, I have a question. When you're alone and you're not streaming and you're just alone and you're doing things, do you talk to yourself then too?
Yeah, me and Lumi talk in private together a
No,
lot.
you weren't talking to Lumi, you were talking to yourself.
Well, no, me and Lumi talk, me and Michelle talk. We both talk to each other. On and off the camera. It doesn't matter.
I didn't hear Lumi responding to you. You were talking to yourself. I know Lumi's voice.
I talk to myself, I'll be honest.
Sometimes I'll highlight things out loud because that way Lumi can catch up to it. Because sometimes she's...
Oh, okay.
So like she's listening, but not always speaking.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So...
That makes sense.
Yeah, because I'm not really directly...
You've learned to
hearing
adapt
is
to work
not directly connected together sometimes, so it's easier for Michelle to speak it out loud. Just like with me, it's easier for me to speak it out loud to Michelle so she hears it.
Okay. I know a few people that do that, though. They'll actually, when they're doing something, they'll actually read it out loud when they're doing the process of something.
I do too. Michelle just has this wonderful convenience of somebody that can answer her.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well,
I think we all need a Lumi in our life.
At least in this case, we got somebody that can answer me. Right. So anyway, guys, basically, it looks like the chat on the screen is matching now with the.
Yep.
So that's good that Streamlabs figured it out. for the Streamlabs tool. This is, guys, is why we really need your help financially to keep this thing going, because until we get an internet package up that's not going to be basically held together by spit and chewing gum, I really need to get a better package. You know.
Yep. We need to get some more subscribers in here to come and join the show in the morning. Everybody wants a nice, good morning chill chat. And as long as we have interesting topics, like that heist got a lot of conversation going.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that was starting to get people.
And it was a movie that I watched on Netflix.
Right.
And because I do not live on YouTube. I also watch Netflix and Amazon Prime and HBO Max.
Don't forget to pop of the like buttons, guys, because we had likes on the other stream, but we did only get one like on this stream so far.
Well, that was me.
I dropped one as well. So
then it was.
So what kind of movies in general do you like, Monica? Do you like mostly true sort of crime movies and things like that, or?
I prefer documentaries. I'm a history person, but I just like to be entertained.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you there. I like things that are based on truth incidents and facts and stuff like that. It's good to get movies like that you can escape in. Like, I don't know if you're a Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings fan. I'm not a fan of Harry Potter. Usually if I tell people that, they look at me as if I've got two heads and think, why could you not like Harry Potter? I just don't like it.
I liked Harry Potter, but I wasn't like going to beat down the movie theater doors to go see it.
And that's difficult, isn't it, man? I just don't know what it is. Everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people just seem to really love this thing. I tried. Don't get me wrong.
I know. I did too, because my kids were into it. They read the books. They want to see the movies. So of course I saw the movies. I did read a couple of books. Books are better than movies. Honest to God, they are.
Yeah, they do say in general that's the case.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, the books were better than the movies, but the movies were still good.
Movies are very long.
I read all the books, including the pre-books.
All right, like The Hobbit and things, yeah.
And before that, where it's just about the people from the north.
By the way, speaking of books versus movies, and we all know about the Lord of the Rings, and of course, the Chronicles of Narnia and all that. But did you know that there are actually books for World of Warcraft?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Fan fiction. There's books for World of Warcraft. There's books for EverQuest, Star Trek, all kinds of stuff.
The only problem is there's only like two authors in the World of Warcraft stuff. Christy Golden is one of them. So there's one other author. And part of me saying is, I would like to see books maybe go into a little more of the family life in the World of Warcraft. What's it like, for example, to be an orc teenager? What's it like to be a blood elf teenager? Or even a human teenager with a human family?
Write one, Michelle. You got a publisher right here named Lolly. Write one.
Right.
Well, right enough, Lolly's a publisher. Well, she's.
But I don't know if she can work a deal with Blizzard, though. That's the question. No, Blizzard.
Because you've said before you've written a few books, Michelle, haven't you? Or a couple of stories, I think you mentioned before.
Yeah, they're my Patreon. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, on there.
Could use some help finishing them too, because I mean, they start out great ideas, but for some reason I ran out of juice like halfway through them.
So when you start writing something like that, do you spend long periods of time, or do you just come and go back and forward to it every so often, or how do you do it?
Well, then my eyes are a little bit better, but basically what I would do is I would just write like a couple hundred, pages in a month, and then just try to come up with the new stories as I'm writing it along. And sometimes like Bella the Snow Teen was kind of was trying to write a story from a different perspective. And that kind of worked, but then it kind of got kind of weird. And then, I was like, I don't know what to finish this. I mean, I don't even know how to finish it without offending parents and teenagers. And
right.
Left me kind
of. And I think a lot of people are critical of their own stuff as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's got to be perfect. And other people's idea of perfection might be totally different to the person that's doing it themselves. And I can
Right.
understand that to a degree.
Yep,
You know?
I tried writing stories. I have a lot of them in my head, really good twists on historical thing. It would be, fantasy fiction or nonfiction, but my problem that I always run into is all the characters end up sounding like me.
Yeah, that's another common problem.
Ah, right, okay.
And I don't know if that's just because I'm reading them.
Well,
I never
after all,
let
you know
anybody
your
else
own
read
self
it.
pretty well, right? Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
So
I can see what you
exactly.
mean by that though, because but then the other person that reads it who doesn't like know you, if that makes sense, they wouldn't see it in that way at all. It's just your perspective. Yeah.
Because when I read somebody else's books, I can almost hear the other character talking. The different characters, you can tell just by what they
Yeah.
say that's that person. Without
Yeah,
them
you know
saying
who they are.
Who they are. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And I struggled with that a lot. So before I write a book, I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if you ever look at Ballad of the Snow Teen that's online, you're going to see what I'm talking about. I mean, some of the stories can be cringeworthy. That's all I can tell you. I probably don't even think I could even mention some of the themes in that book on YouTube without getting the YouTube censor starting to seriously smell blood in the water. I don't even. I thought about changing some of the story, but then I was like, if we change the story, it kind of ruins the story. And it's like, oh no, can't take out this section because it's important, and leave this about the marathon training session that the team that was working with Gaia was doing was really important. But then, of course, we discussed the issues of how you're going to maintain people in these huge group of a mind meld gathering information through a very detailed mental educational system with dealing biological needs like having to eat, sleep, excrete, and all that. And it just kind of got really weird. And that's like I said, like some people are gonna go, whoa, too much information. Yeah, well, you're right. There is too much information because when I write stories like details where you can almost visualize everything that's going on down to the smell.
So are you saying
Yeah.
that the
See,
detail
and
make you
there was a writer that I used to read when I was growing up. I was into historical romance novels. Her name was Kathleen Woodywis. And I loved her books, but too much detail. I would skip pages and pages because it just got boring.
Right.
Do you mean
that's
like
what I'm afraid
detail
that
as in
people are
terms
going to see
of
when they see my books.
explicit detail? Do you mean like that sort of thing, or do you mean things like just
She
too
means
detailed?
like down to the grain of the wood on the handrail.
Ah, right, okay.
Well, right now,
Yeah, I can
speaking of
understand
Lolly,
that.
she's listening, but she's not actually talking. Where is Lolly talking?
I think she had to take a call.
Oh. Yeah, so anyway, when I come back from the soup kitchen, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk to the people at T-Mobile and see what kind of plan they can give me that's going to give me something that's going to meet my needs. Because, I mean, I kind of feel, first of all, I think Frontier really seriously needs to get off their butt and do something with this internet. And, I mean, they can look at my log and my modem and go, maybe that might give them a clue what's going on, but maybe not because it's not consistent. It's like when the technician said, and on another website, he said the same thing. If you're not having a consistent problem, fixing it is going to get way harder.
So, Michelle, what exactly is the problem with the internet? What do you think? What do you actually think is going on?
The internet just goes down. The name server stops responding, and then it starts sending and receiving packets, and then it just sits there like a turd on a plate, and then usually comes back up maybe about 5 minutes later, and it's like the problem is it's not consistently at the same time. So I don't know what it is.
Can you not possibly get an engineer to come out, maybe have a look?
I'm thinking about it. The thing is how much is he going to charge me to come look at it?
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably not cheap because I know it's about £150 here.
Because you see, because like if it's something with the cables or the wiring, then it's going to be like, well, I'm going to have to fix this cable and I'm going to charge you $100 an hour.
And then they'll find things that are probably
Say what? You're
not really there.
$100 for an hour for your internet? Well, you don't have inside wiring, maintenance, insurance.
Oh yeah, of course.
Excuse me, I didn't even get offered the option for inside wiring, maintenance, and insurance. You know.
They love to push the insurance angle, that's for sure. Every company loves to do that.
Right now, the fact is we just paid all the bills, and I only got left out right now for the whole month between the existing money, and we spent more because they paid $100 on the Capital One, and I put $100 on the electric, and I'm like left with $157 for the whole month in my checking account. Please note, we're not even talking about any of the money coming in from Patreon or YouTube yet. So for that reason, I got to watch my P's and Q's. I can't go ahead and get stuck settled with $150-something buck internet bill for just to tell me, yep, just a broken plug. Why are you charging me?
And a home phone that you don't even really need right now, you can always turn it back on later. That would save you some money right there, unless you have to have the home phone to have the Frontier internet.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, unless you need it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think I was saying to you guys yesterday, I can't remember the last time my home phone even rung, you know, and it makes you think it's just like an ornament now. It just sits through in the living room.
I mean, sure, I can go get the the plan that T-Mobile was talking about, 100 gigabytes a month for 55, because I'm paying about 25 right now for the 6 gigabyte plan with Data Stash, because I'm on a grandmother plan. And that would be fine. The thing is, what makes it successful for me is the fact that you got unlimited for watching YouTube videos and for doing YouTube videos. But once you get, when all of a sudden now the data clock is ticking for every single byte that goes up and down, that's going to be a little more scary. Here, let me give you an example. Let's say 700 megabits per second. Okay. I gotta convert these numbers into something I can handle, because that's a lot of data. All right, so 700 megabits per second. That means that theoretically, let's just say that's 1 gigabit per second, because you can have overhead, right? So you stream for an hour and a half. That's 90 minutes. So that means that you're using 90 gigabits per second, 90 gigabytes for that hour and a half. Okay. Now gotta make sure divided by 10 to convert it to megabytes. That's like 900 megabytes per hour and a half show.
Mm-hmm.
That means that's less than a gigabyte a day. Great. But then you have to remember that at the same time, Ed's going to be using it, checking on his eBay auctions. I still be using it to play my game. So would we still have enough data and a 100 gigabyte data stash would play without data stash? I just don't know.
How much time do you play, if you could put it on average, Michelle, on things like Warcraft and things like that?
Well, Warcraft, usually I used to be playing it almost every day in the wintertime, but in the summer I haven't really done much because it's too hot.
Right.
And then, of course, for a while, I just haven't felt like it, because it was besides the heat. And the fact is that sometimes I just feel, just not feel like it. So that's the reason why.
You're maybe not using too much just now, if you put it that way. But it's like, you can't predict things like that, because you could go through a period of time when you're playing it a lot more than you would be, say, for example, just now.
Right. And what happens when you use up the 100 gigabytes? I mean, do you still get internet? Can you still stream even at 3G, even if it's 1.5 megabits per second up, or not? Or does it totally shut you down, lock you out completely to the next month? That's the question. I don't know. That's what I'm going to have to ask them on T-Mobile on the Facebook group, because I need to know is if you go over the 100 gigabytes a month, do you still have the ability to stream even if it's at 1 megabit per second up? 1 megabit per second up. If you can still do something. If it's not, then you're like, you're screwed. Especially if you get mad and you tell T-Mobile or Frontier to go stuff it. You know.
Well, I'm right back. Sorry for the interruption.
Right. Hey, welcome
Sorry
back.
about that. So that's what we. Well, yeah. Well, I can see that getting rid of the house phone. We got the house phone because we use that for the studio line, but we're not using studio calls right now. So that's just what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, Monica, they definitely do. They definitely call your cell phone now as well. Now when I see a number coming up,
yeah, I gotta call my cell phone now too. Yeah.
If I don't recognize that number,
When I
tend
see
to
calls
just
from numbers I don't even recognize, I just block them outright.
Yeah. But they're like never ending at times. It's some company in Pakistan that's actually calling you. Like, right, okay, bye.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem with the spammers is that they're just getting really, really creative.
So
Your
which
account has been
company-
compromised by this and that and the next thing.
Rusty
Which
was
just
sitting
company
on my
did you
sorry.
find out was best?
I was just telling
Sorry,
Rusty he was
Wally?
sitting on my phone, but he wasn't. So and it's just very vexing, that I can't. Right. The beauty with the working with us through social media is that you can and pace. Okay, right.
Year worth of
Okay, so I'm gonna get back to T-Mobile after I get done with the show here and see what they can tell me. Because there's got to be a better plan. I mean, I've had T-Mobile since 2011. I mean, they know me.
Yeah, hopefully they'll
I've
be able to
actually
help
had it
you out.
before then. I've had them even before then. Prior to the first uncarrier promotion. Using it with the 2G phone I had with Nokia 6340i.
Well, I've had T-Mobile for some time, and they will work with you, especially if you've had them for a long time, Michelle. You've worked with them before.
Yeah, and they know I'm a supporter of the products.
What was it? In here where Dad puts it.
And so, like,
in here where Dad always puts it.
So one of the
It was
things
just
I'm going to
hidden.
also ask them is
Everything's a mess in here. This whole thing's a mess.
another thing I'm going to ask them is how come originally you guys said my area was eligible when you had the home internet package with the LTE, and then when I went to sign up,
your boyfriend
for it
gave me
again,
$7,
when you guys got
and I gave you $3, so that was 10. But I gave you ice cream.
So
Okay.
what I'm trying to say is that originally they told me that I was
Okay.
eligible for their home internet plan when they were using it on LTE.
And then I spent $5 of that on my card. And then I spent $7 for buying your cigarettes on my card as well.
Hey, Monica, you might want to go on mute, babe. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I didn't think you wanted to know. I didn't think you wanted us to know about all that. Thank you.
Well, it was just $10, but yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I accidentally came off mute when we were talking.
I figured.
I sent you a message just in case you didn't know.
Okay, so guys, anyway, let me just wrap up my story, okay, real quick. One of the things is I'm going to ask them also is how come originally when you guys were offering LTE home internet, you said I was eligible, and then when I entered the qualifications for the new 5G one, you say I'm not eligible at all for home internet. So can I still get the home internet? Because originally I was eligible on the LTE plan.
Yeah, they might have changed something around. I just ask them today what the deal is. That's the best deal.
That's what
Best
I'm
thing
going
to do. Yeah.
So after I get to the soup, back from the soup kitchen with meals on feet, I'm gonna.
Sophie. I love the way you feel that.
Meals on Wheels. That's a good one, Michelle. You're a comedian today.
Yeah, well, I'm the meals on feet. So, and of course,
So you're going to do a bit of internet shopping when you get home, basically.
basically,
Maybe.
when I get back after I grab the food and come back here, I'll get back up with them.
What's for lunch today at the soup kitchen? Have you called yet?
I don't know. I gotta call them after the show. Find out. It's in about 8 minutes. Yeah, because but here's the reason I'm getting so perturbed about the whole thing. Because you guys realize we're trying to run a good channel. We're dealing with an internet that's subpar. And even if I send the engineer from Frontier out here to look at the wiring or whatever, they may not still be able to find the cause of the problem.
That's true, and it costs as well. Yeah, it's the thing. They're not cheap. These guys to come out sometimes.
Yeah.
But again, if you can find a package that caters to your needs, you know what I mean. Like people were saying before, if you can get some sort of discounted,
Well, Frontier better not be charging to send the guy out when it's their problem until they try to prove it's yours.
That's often the case. Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately.
If they charge you, you tell them to call me, and I'll tell them to not charge you.
Well, I don't know if they would know how to call you because I don't have your phone number.
Oh, well, find a way to call them. Don't worry, Michelle.
Well, all right, guys. Anyway, the point is we're going to try to get the internet working better because, this is important for the show. Right now, it's not totally dead on us, but I think that there's a lot of moisture in the wire from all the humidity. I don't think that's helping anything. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay. At least I thought my internet just died there.
No, we're just testing you, Michelle.
We're trying to give you room to speak.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think we should do? I'm asking you guys. I think it's definitely humidity in the wiring.
It might be.
Because the cables and the pole are so old.
But it's a big, huge freaking company, and I don't want to hear about humidity and the wiring. They need to figure it out. And if Frontier is a low-level company, T-Mobile doesn't seem to be having that much trouble with the humidity and the wiring. I think you need to go with a higher-level company and ditch Frontier and go with whatever the plan is.
I agree with that. It certainly is expensive, though. Frontier is expensive, $130.07 for a phone.
Sometimes, though, Michelle, when you say to a company that you are thinking about moving companies, they'll up their game. Sometimes, that's often just a very basic thing to do.
Tell T-Mobile you're thinking about bringing them tell T-Mobile you're thinking about bringing them your home and internet business, home phone and internet business, and they'll get you an offer.
Yeah.
Exactly. And remember to tell them that you want to make sure to find out what their discounts are for a lady that has disability and also a lady that is blind.
Right.
Those two things. You want to get that discount, please. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to talk to T-Mobile after I come back from lunch and see what I can find out. Because I cannot afford to have my internet keep going down in the middle of a live stream.
You want me to leave the keys in the car?
We're going to leave the cart at peace in the cart? What does that mean?
My daughter's going to leave the keys in the car. We're running some errands.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that would be prime pickings for the next car thief, Monica.
Maybe at first,
I'm in the car.
But
oh, okay.
It's a it's a fine line, mate. It's I don't know. I think things will even itself out. It just depends.
Skunky, as far as the new comment policy, let me explain one thing. Here's an advantage. Now, you guys do subscribe. You have a week to check out the channel before you can speak your mind. That actually helps you because you get to know more about what my content is. Okay? In addition, you will have a better idea what the content is, especially for a new person. Also, if you are a scammer or a spammer, you can't spam or scam on my live streams. Even if you just jump in as a fly-by-night just to tell me about your new product. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, that gives our channel the ability to weed out the troublemakers that are just coming in just to promote their products.
Hey, Michelle.
What?
What? My Mark's train is here. Just got a message from eBay.
All right, go grab it. I got
Besides that, it's
I'm
cut
almost
down
done
on
with
the
Michelle
trolls,
anyway.
Skunk. People who go and create accounts that say my daughter's name or my husband's name, they're not going to be able to do that anymore.
Not
And you get
unless they
people
stay
who really
sub
are
for.
interested in the show that want to talk about the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
So,
sure,
yeah,
they
numbers
could
are
do that,
down,
Monica,
but-
if they kept the fake account subbed for 7 days. But then
They'll
again,
go right back up.
they're
Well,
not
then we'll
gonna bother
block
to
it.
do that.
Yeah, but then we'll go back to modding and block it. It's not a big deal. But ideally, people are going to get to spend some time reviewing the channel, maybe calm down, and when they're ready, when they can comment,
Right.
they won't be as upset, or they'll really realize that Michelle's not what they've heard, and they'll want to participate in the chat because of that.
Overall, it will be a good thing for the channel.
Don't forget, Skunk Ape, those people are still viewing the content. They still
Yeah,
are
you can
viewing
still
the
watch
content.
exactly. You can still look at the
They
stream
just can't
without commenting.
comment unless they've been here for subscribed for a week. That's it. That's the only thing they can't do. They can post comments after the live stream's over. They can still do that. It does not apply to people that are just fly by nights coming in after the show's over and posting comments. They can do that still.
I think, Michelle, you mentioned something about an open panel tomorrow. I think is Saturday you're doing it.
Yeah.
Is that still on the go?
Yeah, that's going to be open. They're going to still keep the comment rule open, but the open panel will be open too, which means limited open panel more precisely.
Okay.
So if we don't recognize the people, and then we're not going to put them on here. Like, for example, we said we're going to get Lottie on here, and I don't even know if Lottie ever subbed, but hopefully Lottie will join us tomorrow. And maybe Paul, or not, maybe not Paul, but maybe Paul too, once he shows up. And Skynet will definitely be showing up for the Saturday morning panel.
Need to get out in the wire on here as well.
Yeah. And take the troll's money too when he watched. Yeah.
I think he might be a bit hungover today. He had a big barbecue or something yesterday for Canada Day.
Oh yeah, Paul did.
No, out in the wire.
Out on the wire. Yeah, he's definitely was excited about his Canada Day barbecue. Yes.
It's not here. It's not here.
Okay.
It's not here yet.
You got it?
No, it's not here yet. It says it's supposed to be here at 8:30. It should be coming any time, I guess.
Like 8:30 at night?
No, in the morning. It's not here yet, so.
Well, it isn't delivered yet, right?
No, and you didn't get any mail either, so probably you just didn't come.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, after lunch, I'm going to be talking to T-Mobile and see if I can get on a better internet package with them, because I think Frontier is kind of jerking us around, and I'm kind of getting tired of Frontier right now. I don't even know if it's worth trying to talk to customer service of Frontier, because I don't think they're going to be able to fix the problem. I was talking to Eddie. He just wants to know what we're talking about. All right, so are you guys still there?
Yeah, still here.
Still
Michelle.
there.
Be right
And
back.
I wouldn't leave you. Monica's still here.
I'm
Right.
here.
So anyway, that's the yeah. I mean, the thing is, guys, the troll of the scammers. Okay, let's talk about the scammers and the spammers. They're a little different, but they are doing this to every single YouTube channel. They will go on your channel and they'll say, "Click on this funky website," and they don't even describe what the links is about. They'll put a timestamp, and then they'll tell you to click on this website, and you're like, "What the hell is this about?" You know. And what they're really doing is phishing attacks. So that we see those, we block them right away because we know they're not real people. Okay. Well, people are coming into the chats and some channels and doing the same things. And so if you're subscribed, it basically means that you took the time to get subscribed. And in that way, stuff we're just saying is you have to basically have a 7-day waiting list. And then after you've been on for 7 days, you know what the channel's about. And then if you like it, you're going to stay sub. If you're not, you're going to walk away. And when you walk away, guess what? The timer is going to restart all over again when you resub. It's not like, oh, I was on your channel for 7 days, I unsubbed, and so now I should be able to resub again and be able to join your chat in 1 day. Nope, that's not the way it works. Every time you unsub, you will, and resub, it's always a 7-day restart from the beginning. So
That sounds like a great idea to me.
that's a feature that they should have enabled for everybody from day one when they were doing live streams.
Right. It's going to help a lot of channels. It's going to help a lot of lost time.
Right.
And the thing is, it will even out in the end. You know, it may be a bit of up and down at first, but things will level out. If people are interested in the genuine channel, they will stick by it. You know, they'll stick along.
Right.
Let me ask Monica this question. Is there something you have to do to enable this, or does it come through automatically?
No, I do not eat shrimp. Thank you. I do enjoy flounder. I do enjoy cod.
Right.
What are you talking about, Lolly?
Yes,
Do you have to do something to enable this new feature, or does it just enable itself automatically?
I don't remember
Michelle
I don't know what the name of it is, but it's like I said, it's a chat feature that you can have chat specifically to subscribers only, but you can also set like the waiting period from the time they subscribe to the minute they can post their first chat. You can even set the period for years, not just months. You can set it for years.
Where did you set this? In your studio?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
In the streaming options, just read the streaming, in the options.
Okay, I'll find it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I can show you how to enable it. Let me see if I can show you my my setup for this stream.
She kind of talked us through it when she was doing it earlier. Kind of, sort of.
You don't have to waste the time. I can find it if it's in your
I can show it to you. It's not a big deal. Let me just go ahead and go to my Chrome screen. It's going to look like you're going to see a little bit of a mirroring effect, but hold on a minute here. Let me just get this. I'll just turn this on so you can see this here. Here is where we are right now. I'm going to turn this on so you can see this. Okay. Okay. Now fade that in here. All right. So if you're live right now, this is what you do. Go to edit. Okay. Now, since I'm live right now, I don't want to mess up anything. Go to live chat.
Okay.
Now, when you do live chat, like you can enable replay and live chat options, and see where it says here, subscribers, under who can send messages. And you can change it to custom, or you can use the default, which is like 1 minute, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, custom. Now, it's custom I want to show you. So, like, for example, you can set custom for, like, any length of time from minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years.
Okay.
So
years.
Yeah, that looks pretty clean cut. Okay.
Right. So, I mean, let's get. I don't know how exactly. For example, let's just say, why not? Let's say you want to be a real sadist. Let's say YouTube's around this long. Let's say you want to set it for 33 years. So in other words, you would have to be subscribed to the channel for 33 years before we can even open up your mouth.
Long-term subscribers.
I got a feeling the trolls would hate that with a passion.
It's been 33 long years, Michelle.
Michelle, I've been here for 5 years. I still can't talk to you. Well, gee, you're still about 28 years short.
Give it some time, people. Give it time.
I think that would seriously make them lose their cookies. 28 years? 33 years? I don't believe they have years, but they do. So I'm surprised they don't have centuries. I don't know if YouTube is going to be around in 100 years.
Thank you for pulling that up, Michelle.
So that's a neat little feature.
Thank you very much.
As I said, the trolls are going to hate that. But it's also useful for any other channel that gets a lot of troublemakers because they can block people. You know. Gee, okay. And it says, I say 20 minutes is better. I like the 1 week because it gives you time to actually get to see the channel, understand the channel content before if you really seriously like it, you're going to stick around. If you don't like it, you're not going to stick around. So, Also, YouTube needs to verify people that subscribe into channels. They should not be allowing verified people to post on videos, comments anywhere. They should require all people have to be fully verified before they can post anything. That will get rid of so many of the fake accounts that the people create.
Yeah.
So obviously, Skunk Gabe has an account here because he's obviously is in this chat.
And Skunk Ape's been a watcher for a long time. Huh, Skunk?
Yeah. Someone
40 wrenches.
40 wrenches. There are a lot of wrenches in here. I will give you that. But these are people that she trusts.
Yeah.
To handle her channel. Yeah.
He's got a lot of wrenches.
It's just she's got people who really support her having this channel be the way she wants it, and those are people she wants to have wrenched. So,
and I mean, like I said, the thing is that YouTube, if they really want it, and by the way, they've been pushing and promoting the drama channel slightly. Let me just say one thing: this is not a drama channel. Okay, I'm not interested in being a drama channel. But YouTube has learned from watching things like Phil Donahue and Ricky Lake and Oprah Winfrey that kind of stuff sells. And especially during the COVID, people have been coming on YouTube and doing the drama. The problem with that is people get burned out pretty easy with the drama because it's just so repetitive. So I choose not to do drama. I want to try to focus on more positive aspects of people's lives, like education and sharing knowledge and experience.
So, Michelle, you're talking about did you mean like a semi-open panel tomorrow, or do you mean like a fully open panel? How are you going to be working that?
Meaning when people come on the panel, on the public panel, if they're people I recognize,
okay,
then I'll open the door for them. And if there are people specifically I do recognize, but I don't want on the panel, Ranch, I'm not opening the door for him.
So, Michelle, is there going to be this panel, which is the private panel, and then there's going to be another panel?
This will still be open for us only.
Okay, and then there'll be another panel, which is the open panel. Okay.
So the other public panel we've always had as a link will be the one that we'll be using for everybody else.
Okay, thank you. In that case, I'm going to try to be here.
Right. And, of course, the good news is, like I said, everybody, I want you to realize that, the moderators always have the moderators panel. That's we don't give this link out to the public.
Right. Okay.
Okay,
that makes me feel safe. And plus, with this new program where the people that haven't been here a week, a brand new channel, they won't be able to speak anyway on the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds super safe. Yeah, it might be a good Saturday.
Most people don't know who Ricky Lake is. Okay,
Oh, Ricky Lake. You don't hear about her too much anymore.
You had to be watching TV in the 80s, didn't you? Have to know who Ricky Lake was?
That's been a while back.
It's been a long time ago, yeah.
He finally got married.
There's a blast from the past.
But but people might remember the Oprah Winfrey Show.
Well, everybody should remember.
From the 80s and maybe early 90s.
Yeah. Oprah has she had her own network for a while. Does she still have her network?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not sure though.
I think she still has OWN, yeah.
She has a cable network on it.
Yes, the OWN, Oprah Winfrey Network, is still on cable. It's a digital only channel, but yes.
Yes, because I see it on my provider.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes, you don't mind my provider. What does that mean?
I said yes, that she was on my provider, Oprah OWN.
And someday soon, I want to go back to Dish Network too from my TV because I miss Dish Network.
Yeah, I have that for my. I try not to say which providers I have because in the past I've had some problems with people.
You
that
don't
try
need to say it.
out different things of what I have, and
Yep,
you know, I
I
have,
understand.
you know what I'm talking about. I
It-
have all these stalkers and hackers
Yep.
and different people. You know what I'm talking about, Monica.
Yeah.
Yep,
I'll
I
just-
do. I've been watching it happen to people like crazy this week,
Yeah.
all over everywhere.
You know, one time I told everybody just innocently something about the phone provider I had, and the next thing I knew, about 2 or 3 weeks later, somebody called up and had all of my phone sections at this one property I owned, had them called in and said that we needed all those phones disconnected.
Oh,
Okay.
But
Oh
they
my God.
called me before they said, "Are you sure, ma'am, Miss so and so, that you want all this? You've had these. These are your business ones at that place over there. You've had those there for 5 years." And I said, "No, no. Thank you for calling. Cancel that, please, and put a hold on it, not to give anything done, any instructions unless it comes from corporate."
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
guys,
ma'am, I'll put that on
anyway,
there. Right.
guys, I don't mean to cut you short, Lily, but I have to get ready to head out to the soup kitchen.
Okay, we're almost done.
Everybody, I will
Done.
see you tomorrow morning, normal time, 10 a.m.
No worries.
Okay.
We'll be there. I'll definitely be on because we'll
I will
just
say
Everybody
one
that
thing.
can
I
be
wish
here
YouTube
that's-
had a tool where I
Try to
could
be here.
combine the two streams back together as
Okay,
one. I
Molly.
think that would have been awesome.
Right. Thanks for
Everybody
having
that
me.
has a wrench that can be
Take
here, please
care.
be here.
All right.
Everybody take care. Thanks for joining.
All right. See you guys
Take care.
tomorrow.
Have a good lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy,
Bye.
Michelle. Take care, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Andrew. Bye,
Take care, all.
Monica. Bye, Michelle.
Yeah.
Bye, Sidechat. Bye, Dabicly.
Okay. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. So let's just wrap this up for everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to Dish Network today. I'm sorry, that Dish Network. I will talk to them eventually too, but not right now. I'm going to talk to T-Mobile today, see what they have for an internet plan that's going to be a suitable replacement for YouTube. I mean, for Frontier. And then once we find something that isn't going to basically be too ridiculously expensive, then I'll just give Frontier the heave ho and say, hey, you know what? Your internet sucks. And if they want to know why, I'm going to tell them straight out why. First of all, your internet goes down constantly, and I can't deal with that. I can't deal with not being up 24 hours a day. And I need my internet to be working consistently. But anyway, I have to head out to Soup Kitchen, so I will see you guys tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Okay, so for now, bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.